Hello, welcome to the channel, Active and Passive Voice in Post UTME English Language. In this video, expect to see deep explanation on active and passive voice, then various past questions on active and passive voice that are drawn from different Post UTME English Language conducted by various Nigerian universities. Let the lesson begin. I'm going to use these two sentences to explain the active and the passive voice. Sentence A above is an active voice, while sentence B is a passive voice. Taking a look at both sentences, we realize that they have the same meaning, but with different arrangements. Sentence A, he broke the pencil. That is the active voice. Then sentence B, the pencil was broken by him. That is the passive voice. The first thing to do is to analyze your active sentence into subject, verb, and object, or subject, verb, object, and adverbia, if there is any adverbia. After doing this, it will be easy for you to convert it to the passive voice. The active voice has the subject he, which is also the performer. He is the performer because he is the one performing the action of the verb broke. So we have the subject and the performer, he, followed by the verb broke, and then followed by the object, the pencil. The pencil is the object because it receives the action of the verb broke. Let's come to sentence B, the passive voice. Sentence B, which is the passive voice, it is the reverse order of sentence A. The object of the active voice, sentence A, the object of sentence A, the active voice, which occurs towards the end, will now be at the beginning of the passive voice. That is the pencil. So the object of the active voice, the pencil, is now the subject of the passive voice. It is followed by the verb. But the verb has changed a little bit. Broke in the active voice now becomes was broken. How? You see, to know how this happened, we must consider two things. One, the verb of the active voice broke is in the past tense. Hold on to that. Two, the new subject in the passive voice, which is the pencil, is singular. Now look at the table at the right bottom of the screen. Check past singular or singular past. Anyhow, what do you see? Was. Then the past participle of the verb broke. It is broken. That is how we got was broken. It is either we leave the sentence like this, the pencil was broken, without putting the performer. That is the person who broke it. If we must put the performer, we must add the preposition by, by, and then put the performer. But the performer, which is the subject of the active voice, will now become an object to the preposition by. That is why he in the active voice must change to him in the passive voice. So it becomes by him. Let's see some Post UTME past questions for more explanation. The first question here says, identify the correct passive form of the sentence. She speaks French and German. We are asked to identify the correct passive form. A, French and German are being spoken by her. B, French and German are spoken by her. C, French and German were spoken by her. D, French and German are spoken by she. For us to easily and correctly convert this sentence to passive, we first need to analyze the sentence into the subject, verb, object, and adverbia. She speaks French and German. She is the subject. Speaks is the verb. It is the action performed by the subject. French and German is the object, plural object. So let's reverse the arrangement. The object will come first, right? Yes, the object of the active voice will now come first. That is French and German. French and German, is it singular or plural? It is plural. Okay? Back to the given sentence. The verb speaks. Is it present tense or past? It is present. Let's therefore check plural present on the table. What do we have? We have ARE. Good. What is the past participle of the verb speaks? It is spoken. Correct? So we have are spoken. French and German are spoken. Which option has are spoken? Okay, option B and D. Let's then finish it so we can know the one which is correct between the two. We already got French and German are spoken. To finish it so we can get the correct option out of these two, let's introduce the preposition by. By. Remember that what must come after the preposition by must be an object. Let's look at the given sentence. The subject she. She is a subject case pronoun. We have to change it to object case, which is her. Hence, we have by her. By her. Hence, the correct option is option B. French and German are spoken by her. Let's go to the second past question. Which is the correct passive voice of they built this house in 1990? Which is the correct passive voice of they built this house in 1990? A. This house was built in 1990 by them. B. This house is built in 1990 by them. C. This house built them in 1990. Okay, option D. This house has been built in 1990. Let us analyze the sentence as usual. They is the subject and the performer. Built is the verb. This house is the object. In 1990 is the adverbial of time to be specific. To convert this sentence to passive, we begin with the object as usual, this house. All options have this house, so we assume all of the options are still correct. As at this time we are speaking, let's proceed. To determine the verb, we look at our new subject, this house, and the verb in the given sentence, built. This house is singular because it is just one house. And the verb given in the sentence, built, is past tense. Let's therefore check singular past on the table. We have was, W-A-S. What is the past participle of built? It is still built. So we have this house was built. If we check our options here, we will see that option A is the correct option. Option B has is built. Wrong. Option C has this house built them. Also wrong. Option D, this house has been built. It is as well wrong. It is only option A that has the correct passive form of the given sentence. This house was built in 1990 by them. Let's move to the next one. Choose the correct passive form. They are building a new hospital. They are building a new hospital. So we are looking for the passive form of the sentence. A new hospital was being built. B, a new hospital is being built. C, a new hospital has been built. D, a new hospital was built. Let's analyze the given sentence. They are building a new hospital. They is the subject. A building is the verb. A new hospital is the object. We start as usual with the object, which is a new hospital. It's now become our new subject, a new hospital. All of the options have a new hospital, so we cannot eliminate any of them yet. For us to get the passive verb, we check whether our new subject is singular or plural. Our new subject, which is a new hospital, is singular because it is just one hospital. It is therefore singular. Then we check the verb in the given sentence, are building. Is it past tense or present tense? Our building is present continuous tense, so it is present. On the table, we check singular present. What do we have? We have is, is. If we stop here, we have already got our correct answer because it is only option B that contains is, which is the correct verb. But we can explain it further for better understanding. We got a new hospital is. Look at building in the given sentence. It is an ing verb, building. Anytime we have an ing verb in the active voice, you must introduce the verb be, and then put the ing on it, so it becomes being. So we have a new hospital is being. Now look at the building in the given sentence. Remember that we have put the ing on it. We have transferred it to be. So we are left with build. What is the past participle of build? It is built. That is how we got a new hospital is being built. Option B. Number 4. Which of the options is the correct passive form of Tola sweeps her room every morning? Tola sweeps her room every morning. A. Her room is swept by Tola every morning. B. Every morning is swept by Tola. C. Tola's room is swept by her every morning. D. Tola's room was being swept by her every morning. Okay, let's analyze it as usual. Tola is the subject. Sweeps is the verb. Her room is the object. Every morning is an adverbial of frequency. I want us to study this sentence very well. It is different from our previous questions. How? The subject, Tola, also appears in the object as her. The first time they want to mention her real name is used, Tola. That is at the beginning of the sentence. But the second time they want to mention her real name is no longer necessary. So they used an equivalent pronoun, her. That is why we have her room, not Tola's room. Because Tola has been mentioned at the beginning of the sentence already. It is of no use mentioning Tola again. So they used a pronoun, her. In our answer, we must also follow this rule. The first time we will mention her, we must use her name, Tola. The second time, we must then use a pronoun because it's actually redundant to mention her name twice within the same sentence. Now, let's answer it. We begin with the object as usual. The object is her room. But we cannot start with her room because this is the first time we'll be mentioning the girl as far as this sentence is concerned. So we cannot begin with her. We must use a real name. So our answer begins with Tola's room. Tola's room. With this, we can see that option A is wrong. Option B too is wrong. Tola's room. Is Tola's room singular or plural? Singular, right? In the given sentence, the verb sweeps. Is it present tense or past tense? It is present tense. On the table, let's plot singular present. What do we have? We have is, Then the past participle of sweep is swept. We have Tola's room is swept. Tola's room is swept. After this, we introduce our preposition by. Then, after the preposition, we're supposed to put Tola so that we have by Tola. But then, we can't repeat Tola again because we have mentioned a real name at the beginning. So, we use the pronoun her. So, it becomes Tola's room is swept by her. Then we add the adverbial every morning. Tola's room is swept by her every morning. Let's go to number 5, which is the last past question we are treating in this video. Identify the passive sentence. Identify the passive sentence. A. The teacher punished the boy. B. The boy was punished by the teacher. C. The boy punishes the teacher. D. The teacher is punishing the boy. For us to identify the passive sentence, we must understand the structure of a passive sentence. Note that passive sentence and passive voice mean the same thing. So when I say passive sentence, I mean passive voice. And when I say passive voice, it also means passive sentence. After studying all the given options, we know that the teacher is the performer, punish is the verb, and the boy is the receiver of the punishment. This means that our passive voice must begin with the boy. The boy. We also look at the structure of a passive verb. It must have the verb be, that is any of the verb on the table, and then followed by the past participle of a lexical verb. Which option has that structure? Option B. Option B has it. Was punished. Was is a verb be. Why punished is the past participle of the lexical verb. Although we have to note that because the verb punish is a regular verb, there is no difference between the past tense and the past participle. But when any verb comes after the verb be, that verb must be in past participle. So punished in this case is past participle. Another way to identify the passive sentence is identifying the agentive preposition by, followed by the performer. So all indications point to option B as the passive sentence. The boy was punished by the teacher. This will be all as far as this video is concerned. Active and passive voice by now should be clearer than it was before. Thank you for being here. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it in your Post UTME groups and all of that. Until I come your way again, have a nice one. Bye-bye.